Hi, this is MrByZ, and today I'm going to take a look at something a little different. It's not Star Wars related. I'm actually looking at the Hot Toys Back to the Future DeLorean. Now, I got this like 2 years ago at this point, but in the new home, it's actually set up. I know I had somebody actually asking about it, so I thought, why not? Let's do a review. This is not the cheapest item to get. One of my favorites out there. And it seemed a little apt since Ready Player One just came out, which features the DeLorean in it. So let's go ahead and take a look. So this is the Hot Toys Back to the Future DeLorean. This is the Back to the Future 1 DeLorean. Very well detailed. When I first saw this at San Diego Comic-Con, gosh, what's this been? 3 or 4 years ago, I said I had to buy this. I think my goal is if it was under $800, I'd buy it, and it was like $750 or something like that. So I did get it. It's extremely well detailed. I'll turn on the lights here in a minute, but just so you can get an idea, you can look inside and see everything in there. It's a little dark. Let's get it up a little bit. There's so much detail that went into this. It's just amazing. I love Hot Toys stuff. I can't buy much of it because they're expensive. But, yeah, it's just one of those things. Funny thing about this for me is this is probably, well, not probably, this is the most expensive collectible I've ever bought. It's crazy because I'm more of a Star Wars collector than anything, but I love the Back to the Future DeLorean. And the opportunity to get this, I just couldn't pass it up. Now, before this came out, I actually did purchase the Marty McFly figures. Well, to go with it. I'd get a dock, but the only dock they've put out so far is a Back to the Future 2 one, and I do not like the face on it at all. And they've actually done a Back to the Future 2 DeLorean with the wheels that pop up. If I'd known they were going to do that, I would have waited for that, but it's the first one they did. I had to have one. So I'll show you what it looks like if we get the lights on. Lights, if we open up, we see the spare tire inside the trunk. If I press this button, we get some lights. Start off with, we have headlights, and then we have lights on the interior. You can see the flux capacitor fluxing back there. Other different lights back behind. I thought there were some dashboard lights, apparently not. And there's more lights over on the other side. We have stuff on the ceiling as well. And of course in the back. We go back here, we have the rear lights going and everything. So, you know, it's such a cool piece. This is one of those things I just kind of had to have. I don't normally buy big things like this, and thank goodness I ordered this before I met my wife, because I don't think I would have ever gotten it if I had to ask permission from her. But the Marty does go very well with it. I'll just show you a quick look at the Marty so you can check him out. It's a very good face likeness. All sorts of detail. He's got his sunglasses there. He's got his Walkman, even his little buttons, the watch, all this stuff. And then he came with a bunch of accessories as well. We have, of course, his guitar. We have the Save the Clock Tower flyer, which is not that, but it has the message from his girlfriend on the back, Jennifer. And then we have the camcorder. His backpack, and I dropped his skateboard over here. That would make the most sense. And the skateboard. Funny thing is, I had to rebuy the skateboard because I think my original fell into the recycle bin and got recycled somewhere. Unfortunately, I got to learn to not keep collectibles right above the recycle bin. But so I just picked this up off eBay recently just to have another one. But as you see, this is just an awesome, awesome vehicle. I don't even think the video here does justice to really see how great it is. Just the interior, all the details that are in there. Everything it adds. Let's see. If I can get some better light. There we go. You can really see everything that's in there. Even the alarm clock on the dashboard. Not much moving. I mean, obviously it rolls back and forth. This little piece will go up and down, so you can put, if you want to put a metal rod in there for Back to the Future 1, you can. Well, like I said, this is Back to the Future 1 version, so we do not have Mr. Fusion there, and the wheels don't flip up. But if this is, you know, too much money for you, which I don't blame you, it's not cheap. I don't even know if Sideshow Hot Toys is still carrying them or selling them or whatever. But if this is too much for you, there are cheaper versions. Just a minute before I ever bought the Hot Toys version, I got the Diamond Select version, and this is made basically for 3 3/4 inch action figures. This is the Back to the Future 2 version. I also have the Back to the Future 3 version, which has the white wall tires and the components on the hood and all that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and take this out and take a quick look at it as well. So this version, of course, is not as detailed as the Hot Toys version. You know, you can look at the engine compartment area, not near. I don't think I have batteries working in it right now. We're not turned on. But, you know, it's still, for a 3 3/4 inch vehicle, it's pretty good. It does have an opening hood. Once again, maybe batteries are working? Nope, batteries are dead. Okay. But, you know, it still looks very good. Obviously, they didn't get the rights from the Delorean Motor Company or whatever to put this, because it doesn't have the DMC right here. I believe it doesn't have it on the back either. No. So, clearly, we're not, for some reason, putting that on there, which is weird. Because, I mean, it's clearly a DeLorean, right? I guess they get away with it because it's a Back to the Future time vehicle. But, in fact, doesn't even say DeLorean on it. It says Time Machine on the box. They've done a couple different versions of this. Like I said, I have this, the Back to the Future 3 version. I know there's a Back to the Future 1 version. I remember at Comic-Con a few years ago, I saw a one that was Back to the Future 1, but it had, I think, the frost all over the finish, and then had flames that you could put, like, going behind it. But one of the reasons I thought I'd bring this out is if you haven't seen this yet, you can get a Ready Player One 4-pack. Now, if you're going to get this, go check out your Think Geek or GameStop stores, because they've got it priced incorrectly. You wouldn't think 4 figures for $12.99 would be the way to go. I mean, it says 4-pack, but that sounds like more like 1 figure. But yeah, you get all 4 figures for that. And I'm going to check out and see if I can put Parzival in this DeLorean. So it looks like he might be a little bit tall, unlike the Reaction Back to the Future figures, which are straight-legged. And they do fit in this. I've put them in before. Obviously, he's hitting his head there, but I can actually close this, too. So he is in there. So that's kind of cool. You can almost make this a Ready Player One vehicle. In fact, I wonder if Diamond Select might put out a Ready Player One version with, like, the Knight Rider piece on the front, and if you wanted to go with the book version, you can even have the Ghostbusters emblem on the door. They did not do that in the movie. Apparently, they didn't work a deal out with Sony. Just one more thing. I'm going to go ahead and put some fresh batteries in this just so we can see the lights. All right, here we go. We have headlights. I think there's some lights inside. Let's get Parzival out of here. Now it's got... Yeah, you can see flex capacitor flashing back there. It has different sounds with it. Oh. I know these light up, but I'm trying to get it. There we go. Yeah. All right. Now the other thing with this DeLorean is you can hover convert it. It's got a little switch here on the bottom, so you can put the wheels in the hover conversion mode, which is always my favorite mode, actually, of the DeLorean. So it's pretty cool to have that. So that is this nice quick look at the Diamond Select Time Machine, as they put it, and then the Hot Toys Back to the Future DeLorean. So that is our look at the Hot Toys Back to the Future DeLorean. I hope you enjoyed this. Was able to get that Diamond Select DeLorean in there a little bit too. If you are looking for that Diamond Select DeLorean, I believe they're still out there. I know they were at Toys R Us for a while. I think Entertainment Earth carries them. They've done several of them. The one I showed here was the Back to the Future 2 one. There is a Back to the Future 3. There's a Back to the Future 1. I know there's other extra, like there's one with the ice on it and flames out the back and all sorts of things like that. So you can check those out if you would like. They do work well with those Reaction, was it Reaction or Super 7? I forget. The Ready Player One action figures. So that's kind of cool that they did that. I hope you enjoyed this. Just kind of a little one-off. We'll be back to some Star Wars big vehicles later on. So until next time, thank you for watching. And remember, subscribe so you can see all the great stuff I'm putting out. Thanks so much.